Right, we are off fishing again today. We are going to Walcott, which is up near Bacton. It's kind of on the way to Cromer, Norfolk. Never fished Walcott before. It's quite annoying really because Aldborough and Dunwich and all that are doing quite well at the moment, and there's a few little codling coming out. But because of the tides, you're literally looking at sort of 7:30 tonight for high tide down there, 6 o'clock tonight. We're doing daytime fishing. We're literally about to leave now. So to get a high tide, we need to go up the north of the coast. I think Walcott today, high tide, I think it's about 2:30 this afternoon. So it's nearly about 10:30 in the morning. I'm just about to go and pick a couple of mates up. We're going to get in the car. We are going to go to Stalham to pick our bait up. I spoke to a guy yesterday. I think it's like a pet shop / angling shop. He's getting fresh lug and that in this morning. So we're going to head up there. We're going to get the fresh lug. Going to get some squid, then we're going to just carry on the journey and head up to Walcott. So see you when we're in Walcott. Right, so just arrived at Walcott. It's a little bit windy. The wind's coming from that direction and we are fishing down there, so hopefully we get a little bit protected when we get down there. As we come over and look over the wall, as you can see, not too bad a beach down there. So there is a pub down in that direction called the Poacher's Pocket, something like that. And I've been told literally fish behind that pub. So that is where we are heading now. So we're just getting the gear down the stairs and we're going to make our way over the beach. Right, here we go. We're all baited up. We're all ready to go. Just quickly show you. Pretty pennel on this one. Whole squid on there. Going to try and throw this one out. There's water changes colour out there, 150 odd yards. There's definitely a sandbar or something out there. So I'm going to try and get the pretty pennel one flung right out there. This one, got some fresh lug on there. Fresh lug. I'm just going to throw that one out 30, 40, 50 yards just to the left there. See what we can produce. Right, let's get this bait in the water. Right, so we are there, bait is out there, bait is in the water. We've with mate Jordan today. We mate Grant, he's up there, he's got the metal detector out. With Jordan, he's fishing. So I don't know what bait he's on at the moment, but like I say, I've got lug out there and I've got squid. I need to adjust this a little bit. If you watched my last video, you would have seen I broke the cup fin on my tripod. I managed to fix it, I've got a screw for it. I've now donated that one to my mate Jordan because he didn't have one, he had a sand spike fin, but I've given him that one now. And this one here, got to say thanks to the dad, yeah, my dad, had a little sort out in the garage, and he goes, oh, I've got a tripod you can have, mate. And it turns out it's a Shakespeare salt tripod, yeah. Took me a little while to get it all set up, there's a lot going on it, and I think I need to adjust it a little bit. That rod there, as I'm reading, the reel's catching on that arm. So, yeah, like I said, I've got to do a little bit of adjusting here and there, but other than that, that'll be alright. Right, so that's it. I'll come back in a minute, I'll show you the bait I've got. Didn't get it from Galston today, we got our bait from like a pet shop in Stalham High Street. Anyway, I'll come back in a minute, I'll show you my bait and that in a minute. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, this morning when I done the video, I've never ever fished Walcott before, or Backton, or anywhere along here. So what? Really nice beach, really nice. Obviously it is, what, the 4th of October, so there's only a few dog walkers around. I should imagine in the summer, especially with some of the caravan parks up there, I should imagine the beach probably gets quite busy in the summer. Like I say, it's really nice sandy beach. I'm feeling pretty hopeful for today. I really am feeling hopeful. So, rods are out there. Right, let's have a look at the tackle we got. Broadlands Pet Shop Angling Supplies, something like that I believe it was called. Anyway, we got frozen squid. I think it was $4.99 for the packet. We got 2 of them. There's another packet in there, and we got 50 of their fresh lug. And this is the lug they give us. Come on, mate. Look at that. So this is the lug they give us. So yeah, some of it pretty decent. Some pretty fat. Look at that. That's got some body to it, isn't it? Some pretty fat lug there. So we've got 50 of them. So that's the one putting out on the. Let me do that first. Otherwise, I don't want to talk. So that's what I'm putting out on the 2-hook flapper. Is the lug, and the squid is going out on the pulley panel, and I'm putting a whole squid on there. Just trying to defrost it a little bit. Like I say, I hate it when it comes all frozen. When you get it from Galston, it comes in those little plastic packs, little tubs, and it's quite easy to pull apart, quite easy to take out. When they come like that, they're all congealed together, they're all frozen solid together. They're alright if you get them the day before and you put them in the fridge and obviously defrost them for the next day. But if you're buying them to use there and then on the spot, then yeah, like I say, I did take the bag down to the water. I would have left it in the water for a bit, trying to. Right. So like I say, if it's windy, the wind's coming from behind, so I'm going to get a bit of rod movement on the top of them rods. Like I say, that tripod I've got, the one my dad gave me, that's a lot taller than the other one as well. That's the one we used to. That's the one I used to use, like I say. But I did get the cup fixed, and yeah, donated that to Jordan. And in the process of donating that to Jordan, I've been donated this one. So, what can I say? Where's my mate Grant? I don't even know if you can see him. Look, my mate old time team. He's up there. Look. Don't know what he thinks he's going to find. He's digging for the last half hour. So yeah, that's it. So obviously if I put the camera that way, you get the wind coming into it. So I will try and keep the camera this way as much as I can. So now it's time for the most important part of the day. I am going to make myself a nice cup of tea. I'll tell you what, that tide is coming in fast. It is about 12 o'clock at the moment, 12:15, and I think high tide is 2:30. So we've still got another 2 hours of that tide coming in. There is a tide mark right up there on that beach up where those people are walking the dogs. I don't know, if that's how far the tide comes in, it won't surprise me. Like I say, it's come in a fair bit since I've been here. We've still got 2 hours to go, and that is racing in, so we will see. So I'm still on the first cast, still got the first bit of bait out there. I'm going to finish my cup of tea. I do love a cup of tea, I'll tell you. So I'm going to finish my cup of tea, and once I finish that I'm going to reel them in, check the bait situation, move that tripod back a little bit, move the rest of the gear back a little bit, because like I say, that is really starting to come in now. Just want to get some fish out. So I was just reeling that in to check the bait, so like I say, I haven't seen any movement on it. Top worm's gone. On this bottom hook we have got a little dab, tiny little dab, and he has, bloody hell, he has taken that hook right down. So I'm going to get the scourges out, get the scourges on him, and we're getting back. Tiny though. Right, let's get him off, let's get him back alive. Right, so he's come off and he's gone back in the water. I'll say it looked like a hook, but it was right that deep. But I've got the scourges, give it one little twist and it comes straight out. So it weren't as bad as I thought. So I've put a fresh worm on the left, that's gone back out. I've pulled that squid in, squid is untouched, hardly, well, nothing's touched it. So I've literally just thrown the squid back out there. Again, with the fresh worm on the 2-hook flapper, I've gone out about 40-50 yards. With the pulley panel, I've give that a bit of a wallop out there. I'm hoping I'm out about 130-140 yards, hopefully. My mate Jordan's up there, he saw the fish, he shouted down, he goes, "What is it?" I said, "What is it?" I said, "It's 1-0. Only a little thing, but not bad, is it? First cast, first catch. Sky's looking a little bit moody over there in the distance. It ain't forecast to rain today. And I haven't got the beach shelter and I've got no waterproofs with me, so fingers crossed we miss the rain. but the sky is looking a bit on the turn over there. Pulled the tripod back, stalled it out a bit as well. Look, I managed to get these bars down a little bit lower, so when you're reading, they miss them bars now. I think they're meant to slide down right down to where the knuckles are on the extension legs. Like I say, I never use it. The dad used it. Like I say, it used to be his one. I never really used this one before, but I think that's what he went to do, or I have done. I've slid them down to the knuckles on the extension rods, and now the wheels don't seem to be catching on those struts going across. So fingers crossed that's done it. So here's me mate G. Did you find anything? Time team? No? No. Right, so I'll be back if we get something decent out. Wow, so the left hand rod was knocking again a little bit. Nothing even great, no big knocks, but it was knocking, and I've reeled him in, and we've got another dab come out. Again, not too bad size. Well, not big, but bigger than the other one. Yeah. Bit bigger than the other, and again he's taking that hook right down in there. So let's get him off and let's get him back in. Well, 2 dabs, all on the fresh luck as well. Nothing yet on the squid. Right, Guar thinks he's on. He casted Jordan's rod out a little while ago. I reckon he just got seaweed. He's on that. Well, the rod I cast out just now, I cast that pretty pennel out. I threw it out pretty far, and all I done was bring in a big clump of seaweed. I reckon he's got seaweed. That's why I ain't cast far out now, Jordan. I've only gone out like 50 yards on both them rods. We'll soon find out. He's reeling it in like he's got a shark on there or something. You don't think so? Sweet, you think, yeah? Nah, nothing.
Nothing, mate.
Nothing. Not even no seaweed. Nothing.
And the bait's still on.
Oh, look. Nothing, mate. Oh, amateurs, eh? That's what happens when you come fishing with amateurs. Just keep an eye on my rods. I'm running down to watch him and I'm not even watching my own. Yeah, like I was saying on the camera just now, when I caught that dab just now, I reeled the rod in on the right hand side, and yeah, massive clump of weed on there, and I mean massive. I'm in a massive clump of weed. I've got a carrier bag here, look, trying to do a runner. Get your rubbish. I did have that tucked under something, but it's blown away. Always pick your rubbish up. Yeah, I had a massive clump of weed. And I actually threw that rod out quite a fair bit. So what I've done now is, I've literally, just put that down there in the tea bag. So what I've done now is I've only gone out about 50 yards on both of them, trying to avoid that weed a little bit. Tide's coming in. I don't think it's going to get up to that tide line there. High tide's about 2:30. It is now 1:30. It's got an hour till high tide. I think at the most it's going to come up just past the rod rest, really. There's no way it's going to get all the way up that end of the beach. No way. Alright, let's keep an eye on them rods. Let's hopefully get something decent out. Well, it's now 2 o'clock. We've had absolutely no action at all. It's gone really quiet. Absolutely nothing. I think the tide might be slightly on its way out now as well. When the waves were coming up, I put a mark down here in the sand with my foot, and nothing's come up past there, and if anything it's more back. I don't know whether we've actually reached high tide. Looking like we have, looking at that. Like I say, the weed is still being a bit of a nuisance. So I'm only going out 40 odd yards. I've reeled in a couple of times and the bait is like covered with weed, so obviously you ain't going to get no fish if the fish can't even see the bait. Jordan up there, he's cast out a couple of times, brought a little bit of weed in. So hopefully now, if this tide is on the turn now and it's heading out, hopefully now we get a little bit more action. The wind keeps picking up but then dropping off, picking up and dropping off. Hopefully that drops off completely. But it's behind us anyway, so it's not too bad. Sky keeps coming over moody, but looking at the phone, it just says it's going to be cloudy. Ain't saying rain, so hopefully we don't get no rain. And hopefully we get a few fish out. Jordan wants to get something out. He ain't even got nothing yet. At least I've had those two little dabs out. So yeah, all we can do is keep an eye on the rods and hopefully get something decent out. Well, there we go, dab number 3, if you can call him a dab. Absolutely tiny, and he's only just taken that hook as well, look. Literally just caught it in the end of his mouth. Tiny. Yeah, come on, mate. And there we go. Number 3 though. Right, let's get these baited up, let's get these back out. Well, time's getting on now. It is now 3:30. I've had absolutely nothing out since that little dab. That was what? Over an hour ago, easily. So again, still got fresh lug out on the left hand side, on the flapper rig, and on the right hand side, we've got a nice whole squid, and I've just absolutely thumped that one out there as well. No sign of weed no more, the weed seems to have died down, so I'm starting to go a bit of distance again. So I've whacked the whole squid out, fresh worm on the left. Jordan's had absolutely nothing out all day, so hopefully he gets something out before we finish. Yeah, it's been very slow down here today. Very slow. Right, just gone 4 o'clock. Starting to pack down now. We've got one rod here, one rod's all packed down, ready to go. Got the other one out there, bit of worm on there. Hopefully something on the last cast of the day. Not likely. Had a guy just walking past us now. He said he was here a couple of days ago, talked to the guy further up, and he was getting back non-stop all day. Well, that ain't been the case today. Well, I've had them three dabs. Yeah, 3 dabs I think I've had out. But it's been alright, it's been a good day. Quite enjoyed it. Like I say, I've never fished Walcott before. It's quite a nice venue, I quite like it. Like I say, all we've got to do is back across the beach, up the steps, and we're only part the other side of there. So, yeah, it's been quite good, quite enjoyed it. So I think Jordan's packing down now. Yeah, look, that's it, we're packing down. So, oh well, it's been a good old day. Shame Jordan didn't catch anything. I'll say even if it's only a little dab or a little white, it's still nice to catch something, isn't it? Yeah, no, he totally blanked all day, but it's the way it goes sometimes, isn't it? It's the way it goes. So there we are, that's it, we are all done. What's the time? Just come up to 4:20. All done, all packed away. Box all done, rods all there. All my rubbish in there, tea bags, all the rubbish, everything is in there. We've got a bag of squid left over. We only used one of them, so I'm going to get it home, put that in the freezer, so we've got squid for next time. But that is it. But like I say, ain't been too bad, not a bad venue. Definitely fish it again, just hopefully next time sound a bit more promising. So, right, they're all packed, they're ready to go. That's it, let's get back to the car. Right, see you on the next one. Again, if you're watching this, do me a massive favour, please subscribe to the channel, please give a thumbs up to the video, please hit the bell so you get notifications. There's going to be plenty more videos coming up. I'm going to start taking the camera with me all the time now. Again, if you're on Facebook, Great Yarmouth and Galston Sea Fishing, come and give the page a follow. It'd be really appreciated. Alright, thanks for watching guys.